Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. I'm feeling smooth. Are you feeling smooth? Alright, listen, if you're new to the channel, yeah, make sure you do this for me. Like it, share it, subscribe it. You understand? Like it, share it, subscribe it. Like it, share it, subscribe it. Like it, share it, subscribe it. Okay, let's stop that. Listen, we're going to talk to you guys about Future, yeah, and his baby mother troubles. Listen, we tired. Alright, and make sure you click on that bell button for notification of the uploads. Alright, listen, let's get into the video. So, obviously, do you know what? This was sparked because I remember there was a little post that was done by Russell Wilson, some weeks back or whatever, when he was with Little Future, right, in the swimming pool, right? And I've been following it quietly. And I thought, do you know what, today's the time to talk. I've been following it quietly, seeing Russell Wilson just taking care of Future, just being a great dad, always sporting, seeing Sierra just being a really appreciative wife as well of the fact that Russell's doing such a great work as a father. Boom. Now, coming on to Future, the reason why I'm going to talk about this situation is because, not to bash him, but to bash this behavior. I want to make this very distinct and very clear. You know, even the Bible makes a distinction. Like, God hates the sinner, right? It's the sin that he hates. He loves us, but he hates the sin. Like the sin that people do, right? He hates it, but he loves us. You know what I'm saying? So, so obviously the thing here is that I don't like Future's behavior. And I really don't like the fact that as a society, especially as males, I'm talking about more in general, especially on social media, that we make a joke about being like a Future when many men in our society don't have fathers because they're behaving like Future, just with less money. You understand? We understand the gravity. We understand the enormity of not having a father in your life and the difference it can make for a lot of boys, right? Men who don't have a father in their life had to learn how to be a guy from somewhere. Do you understand? So imagine now we celebrate by making these memes and jokes about Future as he is. Now, the recent story that's come out is the fact that, you know, he's again having to pay child support for another baby mother. Now, I want to make this very clear. This guy has 6+ women, if not more, with a child of his. I want to flip it around and get you to think very clear in your mind. A woman who has 6 children by 6 different fathers. How you living? How you feeling? How you doing? What would be your actual first impression of that woman? Hoe? Can't keep her legs closed? Doesn't understand the fact that having so many baby fathers is detrimental? There were so many different names that would come to a lot of people's minds, especially on social media. The level of branding and the level of derogation and foul words that would come for this woman towards her would be astronomical. But we can sit here, and I'm talking about a consensus of men that I see on social media that glorify Future's behavior and elevate him. What is there to elevate? And not only do they do that, they then try to make Russell Wilson a cornball. Someone is now a cornball for looking after the father. Do you see how toxic masculinity has come in? Do you see how not having fathers in our society has begun to form a cycle of abuse? That even now people may consider that Russell Wilson looking after a child, being a great father and a husband, being, you know, well off, looking after things, taking care of his family is now a cornball in the black community. Now, I find it frustrating when I see that, because that can't be the truth. Now, I know a lot of women obviously will obviously say, look, they would want a Russell Wilson, and they've asked for the prayer that Sierra prayed. And listen, I get it. I'm not saying to you. I'm saying as men, we need to do better, right? And I know a lot of that young kids watch my channel, so I want to even bring this. I hope that they would watch it. That look, we don't want to copy Future's behavior is not impressionable in the sense of the fact that it's not something we should be. Sorry, it's not impressionable. Future's behavior is not something we want to be following, right? It's not role model behavior. It's despicable. It's appalling. It's generationally hurting people after him, and it lacks awareness, and it also lacks the understanding that, hey, I'm causing pain. This is lack of discernment. Do you understand? And this is a level of selfishness that is not spoken about in our community, right? So we can't be celebrating the fact that man's got 6 women pregnant with, he's got 6 different women, 6 different kids pregnant. Now here's the thing. At what point do you get to shed yourself with these 6 different women in different locations? How are you able to be proactive in these children's lives? Not reactive, because reactive is like your birthday's come out, I bought you a gift. That's reactive. Children need proactive love. Yeah? And that love cannot be bought. You can't keep buying gifts and clothes and supporting the mother financially and thinking that you've done enough. You've not done enough. We as a community cannot accept that level of enough. We also have to be accountable. Women too, when we rear up sons to get away with certain behaviour. And it's not every woman, and I'm talking about every, I'm going to be very clear. A lot of women who are, especially the single mothers, are very good. Very, very good, because they train their sons. There's a few out there that allow them to get away with murder. And this is even 2-parent families. We allow men to get away with murder, and then we expect women to be good, so we train the girls to be good, and then don't train the boys to be good, so when the boys come out, they're predatory, and then they take advantage of the good girls. You've trained up a wolf, and you've trained up a sheep. What do you expect is going to happen? The wolf will eat the sheep. If you don't train up 2 sheep or 2 wolves, there is not a fair contest. Do you understand? And these all start with little nuances. These start with little building blocks, things that we don't check from early. So, just talking about obviously the situation now with Future, him being ordered to pay £53,000 in child alimony, child support and stuff. It's just crazy. It's like, when will it stop? And who is checking him? What boys are around to say, hey, bro, listen, you're moving kind of mad. You understand? Again, I'm not hating on Future as a person, but as what he does. Like, it's not pretty. Yeah? And as a community, there should be someone telling us, bro, like, that's not right. It don't matter if you have enough money to look after them. You've got 6 different women with 6 different children. We don't need you to breed the earth. Yeah? When it says go out and multiply, he doesn't need that anymore. There was only 2 at that time. There isn't 2 now. You understand? A lot of this stuff is just frustrating. And I think a strong backbone and friendship groups of this would have been very important. Now, I also have to speak about the psychological aspect on these kids. What happens to a child who realizes their father is more invested in having different women as baby mothers, who can't put something on the end of it, and has 6 different baby mothers? Now that child might be grateful for the fact that financially you reared them up, but then we start to see what happened to 50 Cent's son, Marquise, where it's like, we don't need your money. What he needs is your love. What they need is your time. What they need is your physical presence. And you can't buy that. And the psychological aspect of this is kids grow up wanting that and look for it outside of the home, and then there's trouble that starts. For men, because of their level of entitlement that they have in society and the level of authority they command, they end up cheating women. And I'm not making a direct correlation saying that's the only way, because 2-parent families, boys who are taught not how to be accountable, end up being the scumbags and the scoundrels in our society. You understand? When you don't teach that man morals and teaching him that, listen, a woman is to be revered and respected, he goes out and does these things. Now that's men can be taught these things and still do madness. I'm not saying that's not happening. So I'm just kind of just saying that, importantly, the psychological aspect on these kids is very much important. Very much has to be taken into account. And the talk about the fact that, these women knew what they were lying down with. But that also, again, is what I call a part of what we call patriarchy, where it affects the women in a certain way twice over. In the sense of, someone might say, okay, she should have known before she opened her legs. But oftentimes we don't talk about the actual situation. Did she get lied to? Was she told these falsities? Was she told half-truths? Was he pretending as if everything is going to be committed and then baying on it? All these things are not said. All these things are not communicated. All these things are not discussed. It's easy to say, the woman knows what they're getting into. And I believe a lot of women do know what they're getting into. A lot of women know that when they get in with Future, money's on the table. Yeah? But there are often times where we have to say, look, sometimes women don't know what they're getting into. Yeah? The same way when you signed your contract to your phone, you knew what you were getting into. Did you read all the fine print? Did you read all the fine print? Did you read all the fine print? You didn't, did you? And now the company's taking your phone back and you're saying, why are you taking it from me? Here's in the fine print, read it carefully. See? Got duped. Do you understand? So the exact same way, they should read the fine print, yes, but at the level of responsibility, also the man has to be accountable and that his actions must be right. All right. So, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys comment on. Let me know your thoughts about the future situation. You know what I'm saying? Are we not being hard enough on our men? Do we think we're being too soft on them? Is it a two-party prong? Should women take more accountability? I know a lot of guys will probably comment on this and say, you know, it's a woman, and then they don't actually understand that it's the man that's got the 6 baby mothers, not the women. But anyway, yeah. So guys, make sure you do something for me. Like this, share it, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification of the what uploads, baby, and see you at 20K. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you.